Hey, I wanted to tell you about the dash cam that I just got in case you're considering it too. I am not an expert in dash cams or cameras or any kind of car technology. I'm just somebody who needed a dash cam because my kids are becoming like driving age, and it just seems like there's a lot of close calls, and I'd like to have things on camera. So I picked up this one off of Amazon. I thought it looked pretty good. It is good. I'm going to tell you the things that I like about it, and one thing that I wish was different. Um, Please keep in mind that I'm just kind of like an amateur. So this is an amateur's opinion, but I would imagine most of us that are looking for a dash cam probably are. So um, I'll show you the dash cam first. Let me grab this and okay, so here it is. It's installed. I have it like to the right of my mirror thing. There it is. And yeah, this thing is pretty nice. Like I finally got it in, and it's got different views. Right now it's set up so that you can see 3 different views, but when you push this button right here, it's the second one over. You can have more multi-views. You can have like a view of, hello, that's me, out the side window, and you can adjust the cameras to be whatever you want them pointing at. You can be like a little bit more specific. So I like this. I actually did the app too. I downloaded the app, and that seems really easy to use too. I was worried about that part more than anything, and this is good. Um, it came with some film to stick it up on the window, and then there's also kind of a 3M sticker. The film thing did not work for me. I don't know if it's the climate that I'm in. It's very hot here. There's not much I can do to change that, or what was going on, but the 3M sticker does seem to work. I worry a little bit about the longevity of that just because we live in such a harsh climate, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so when you get the dash cam and you open it up, it comes with these little booklets. Don't ignore these booklets like I did. This first one just kind of talks about how the machine works, and it also has this on the back here. It tells you what the different buttons are for, because it's not incredibly obvious until you get used to the dash cam itself. It is not a touch screen. I thought it was a touch screen for a long time, and I was like, oh, I don't think it's working. But you actually have to know what those buttons are for. So this tells just kind of like the ins and outs of how the actual camera works. Booklet number 2, this one is about installation. And it has like the different directions. So I thought it was pretty straightforward. I thought it was fine. The only thing I had a little bit of trouble with was putting the wires and hiding the wires. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with that. So if I would say one thing that I didn't really love about this is the instructions on that. And I've even tried to go online to get some more like tips for having the wires not hang all over the place. That's still going to be a work in progress. If I figure something out, I'll make an updated video about that. But this booklet here is about setting up the app, and this is easy. This is not a problem. So there's also like a warranty extending thing if you want to do that. It came with some little clips that you can use. They're like this to hold the wires around the car. Here, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is a very basic, like I just set it up type thing here, but you can see the wires. And then the wire for the back camera, I've done nothing with. So I'm going to have to fuss with that a little bit, but it goes back through there. I'm in a minivan, and it goes way back to that back camera. So not ideal to have these wires like this. I've got kids coming in and out of this car. That's just not going to work. I'm going to have to figure out some way to hide those, pin them up, or I don't know. So that's not great, especially if you're kind of like an amateur person like I am. But if you're in a car by yourself, and you're not hauling kids around, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. And it's a good camera for the price. So I think it's a good value. Okay, so we did make a little video of the camera in action when we're driving around. It's a little unsteady. I had a kiddo help me make the video, but I thought I'd put that on the end of this in case you just want to see what it looks like when you're actually driving around using that dash cam. So I hope this was helpful to you, and if you'd like, follow me for more. Okay, so here's the dash cam in action, and as you can see here, we've got it with a couple different views going. So we've got the view out the front and then also out the back. So the screen is small, but you can still see really clearly what's going on. So and he changed the view there a little bit. You can see me driving over there. I'm doing the voiceover later. Don't worry, I wasn't doing this while I was driving. But you can see about the size of the camera itself and just kind of like what it looks like. On the bottom, there are some of the button indicators, so you can see what the buttons are for. But again, you would probably want to use that manual that comes with it to really learn that. Um, I don't know if you can see on the sides, but there are those little cameras that you can adjust. So you can move them back and forth just manually if you want to adjust the view. So like there, I have it kind of like that so you can see out the side of my window. Um, if it were, I wish it were a better view, but there I am. So anyway, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like on the passenger side. So looking at the right hand window of our car. Um, but yeah, overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty good picture. That's what it looks like out the back from the back camera, which I think is pretty good. Um, and then there's another multi-view again. So overall, this is a really nice camera. Um, I think it's a little bit challenging to do the wires and things like that, but that's something that we can all probably figure out. So, and that's probably going to be a challenge with any kind of dash cam that you get, especially at this price point.